Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai Mashiach in Christ and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Now this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just send the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race to make merchandise, how to buy bills. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool zone. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sin, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know two things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my octave gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that means? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up. I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
Hey, shalom, Israel, for the brothers and sisters just tuning in. If I get y'all to like and share the class, let everybody know we live. We're getting started momentarily, all right? All right. Shalom, Israel. You're on live with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Priest and Captain Soccer War, live from Memphis, Tennessee. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have classes from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Since 1969, the ISUPK has been teaching so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians the truth according to the Bible. What is the truth? The truth is that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians descend from the greatest people that have ever walked the face of the earth. The Bible identifies us as the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And in the year 2021, there's nothing more important than for so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the people of the Lord, to find out the truth of who they are, where they come from, and what their purpose is on the earth. So with these classes, our aim is to give brothers and sisters an opportunity to go into this book called the Bible, to find out, you know what I'm saying, to gain some understanding of the wisdom and the knowledge that the Most High put inside of these records in order for us to find the truth of who we are, change our lives, and become the people that the Most High called us to be. All right. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have class. Classes are now open to the public. You brothers and sisters tuning in, you got any family, loved ones, people you care about in Memphis, Tennessee, and surrounding areas. The address is 216 North Hollywood Street. There's a phone number 301-787-6218 that's attached to the Facebook and the YouTube page. It's important to call if you're going to attend class. You understand? That phone call gets you through the security protocols we have in place for you to be able to come to class. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesday is Brotherhood. Wednesday is Biblical Law. Thursday is Scripture Breakdown. Right now, we're in the midst of a Delivering Your Soul series that classes that I'm doing. Today is part 2. We're going to discuss fighting your flesh, the process of fighting your flesh in order to deliver your soul, what we're going to go through today. But of course, at the beginning of every class, I like to open it up to questions. So brothers and sisters have any questions, you can type them in online, YouTube, Facebook, whatever your questions are. You can ask them, and we can answer them. We'll go on the Bible and get the answers for you, all right? So I got any questions in the classroom, all you got to do is raise your hand. Brothers and sisters online, I see a question from Rada Iwalam. He says, Salakia, sir, in Exodus 34, after Moses came down from the mount, it said the skin of his face was shown. Is there a reason his face wasn't like this before when he first went up the mount to speak with the Most High? Khan Radam, the reason why the brother's face shone, and that's shown, you want to spell it S-H-O-N-E, which is the past tense of shine, or to shine, right? So you can speak about somebody in the present, you say, man, he's shining. But if you want to talk about something that happened in the past, you would say he's shone, right? That's the way the brother's asking the question. The Bible said that Moses' face was shining, right? What it means, okay, that shining was, don't think, it ain't figurative. Moses literally was glowing, right? Moses' face was shining like, okay, where you would imagine it, how they portrayed it in movies. It's like if a cat get, in touch with some type of radiation or something. He glowing like a light, like a Blues Leroy or something. Moses literally came down off the mountain shining, and it was to the people. It was damn near like if you're a fan of the cartoons. Everybody ever seen Dragon Ball Z? Niggas power up, they go Super Saiyan, right? They head be black, and they power up, and they head be golden, they be shining and shit. You see their aura, they power levels around them. Well, that's damn near how it was with Moses. Moses' face literally was shining. So the brother's question is, why was Moses' face literally shining? Let's go ahead to Exodus 34, and let's see why was Moses shining, right? Before we get into the scripture, anybody want to take a shot at why Moses was shining? No sweat, no sweat. Let's get Exodus chapter 34. Let me get verse 27. All right. Exodus 34 and 27. Officer Kamayana, you got it.
Book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 27. And the Lord said unto Moses, write down these words, for after the tenor of these words, I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel.
And when I say that Moses, after the tenor of these words, I have a covenant with thee and with Israel. What does that word tenor mean? What should we do?
Look it up, sir.
Look it up. Any word you come across, you don't know what it means, you want to look it up. Everybody understands? All right. So I have the definition here in the Zondervan. Not the Zondervan. I have it here in the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Collegiate definition of the word tenor. This is the second definition. The first definition says the highest natural adult male singing voice. Everybody, if you ever heard of a singing group, there's a man who's a tenor. The tenor is the sweet sounding cat. The cat that hit the high notes. Everybody familiar with that, right? You go listen to them old R&B groups, you get that one cat. That's the tenor, right? You know I can't sing for shit. It's a lot. But the second definition says the drift of something spoken or written, the exact copy of a writing, the concept, object, or person meant in a metaphor. So a tenor is like the point, the purpose. Everybody understands? The Lord is saying you want to write down these words for after the tenor, or after the purpose of these words, or after the words that I speak to you. That's what you're going to write and make a covenant with Israel. Everybody understands, right? All right. Let's go ahead and read verse 28.
Verse 28. And he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water. And he wrote upon the tables the word of the covenant, the 10 commandments.
So Moses stayed on this mountain, him and the Most High, and Moses fasted for 40 days and 40 nights while the Most High spoke with him and gave him the words to write in the 10 commandments. Everybody understands? Now, while Moses wrote the 10 commandments, of course, they talked about more than just that in those 40 days. The Most High gave Moses all of the law. You understand? Everything we read in Genesis, Leviticus, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers was given to Moses while he was on the mountain with the Lord. Everybody understands? So when we talk about the first 5 books of Moses, right? Of course, Genesis is the story of the earth and everything leading up to the birth of Moses. Some of that was Moses being told by his parents, the stories that was passed down. Some of that was the Lord revealing to Moses what happened in the beginning. Everybody understands? All these things were shown to Moses in those 40 days and 40 nights. Moses wrote down the law. As we moved into the wilderness and left out of Egypt, Moses had priests and scribes begin to write down the things that he was shown by the Most High. So that's when we talk about the first 5 books of Moses. That's why we talk about it in that term. Everybody understands? So this is all what that was given to Moses in those first 40 days, right? You could take over. We're going to now go to Exodus 34 and 29.
And it came to pass, when Moses came down from the Mount Sinai with 2 tablets of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses winced not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him.
Moses came down after being up there with the Most High, communing with him for 40 days and 40 nights, and Moses had the tablets that had the 10 commandments written on them, right? Moses didn't know that while he was in the presence of the Most High, his face was shining. He didn't know that he had this glow on him while he was up there with the Most High. Everybody understands? That glow came from the glory of the Most High, from being in the presence of the Most High. Everybody understands? And now we can go into, let's see something. We can go earlier when the Most High first presented his glory to Moses, and we'll see what the Bible says the effects were on Moses. All right. See something? Give me Exodus 33 and 20.
Book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 20. And he said, thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live.
Moses asked the Most High, you chosen me. I led these people out of Egypt. Well, I want to see you. Let me see your face. The Most High said to Moses, you can't see my face. No man can see my face and live. Why is that? Because the glory of the Most High is too much for your regular human eyes to behold. Everybody understands? There's certain things that even right now we know that there are things that are in the air that we can't see, right? as humans, we have a limited, they call it a visual spectrum, meaning we can only see certain lights. Right now, there's radio waves, right? That's right now our cell phone is getting a signal to it. Well, there's electricity coming into this phone that allows us to have the radio, but we can't see that electricity, right? These lights. Right now, I can see the light from the light bulb, but I can't see the energy that's coming out of the light. There's certain things that we are limited in our capacity. Well, the glory of the Lord is one of those things that your eyes can't see. The Lord told Moses, listen, you can't see my face and live. If you saw the Lord's face, your head would explode. Your body would blow up because it's just, you can't handle it. Let's read on.
Verse 21. And the Lord said, behold, there is a place barren, and thou shalt stand upon a rock, and it shall come to pass, while my glory passes by, that I will put thee in a cliff of the rock, and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And I will take away my hand, and thou shalt see my back parts, but my face shall not be seen.
And the Lord said, listen, Moses, you stand in this spot here, and I'm going to have my glory pass by. Now, we know that the Most High doesn't move from his throne, right? So when the Most High said that he was going to pass by Moses and Moses would see his hind parts, what is the Most High actually talking about? What did Moses actually see the back parts of? No, that is gone. Most High never moved from his throne, right? Somebody said they want to see the Most High. The Most High said, you can't see me, but you can see my back parts. Oh, I'll stand here and I'll pass by you and you can see my back parts. What is it talking about? An angel, right? That's what it's talking about. Now, there's some angels, there are different angels for different purposes, right? Some angels come to heal. Some angels come to tempt you and test you. Well, the Lord got angels that's full of his glory. The Lord want to show his glory. He say, go show my glory. Everybody understands. The Most High is he's a boss. He sit on his throne. He don't move. The Lord say, hey, man, let there be light. And a bunch of angels got to get together and make lights. He don't move. He say, hey, man, I want to see some light. They go and do whatever angels got to do to create physical matter. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the very beginning. There was darkness. There was nothing. Lord said, let there be light. The angels had to do some type of mathematics, some type of science to make this physical world that we live in. It came out of nowhere. Well, the Lord ain't worried about what it takes to get it done. He just, hey, make there light. And the angels do what they got to do, and then there's light. They come back to the Lord and say, see, it's light. And he say, that's good. Now, I want to make an earth. They got to go and do high angel mathematics to get all of the matter and the physics and all of the stuff that the white man trying to figure out now. The angels put it all together. You understand? For people that believe there's no God, you look at the human body, you got to know that there's a God. It's the most sophisticated computer you could ever imagine. Your body got 5 different systems. You got a system for your head to move in and out, a system for the blood to go in and out. You eat something and shit come out the other end. There's a whole intricate wiring that does that. Only the Lord could create something like that. And imagine that your body came out of your daddy's nutsack. Excuse my language. At one point, you was just some thing swimming around inside your daddy. He put it in your mama, then it grew and then became that's the Lord did that. The Lord said, hey, man, make people. The angels went and did some type of whatever they did, they made us. And this is a vehicle that your spirit goes into. This vehicle can't even be piloted unless it's a spirit to go into. All of that is the Lord, just higher than our understanding. Everybody understands that, right? But the Lord, the same way he got angels to make those things happen, he got angels for his glory. He said, hey, man, go pass by Moses, but make sure you cover his eyes so he can't see because his head will explode. When the angel come pass by Moses, Moses can't see. He turned and see the glory of the Lord, and the shine is amazing. Everybody understands? Now, if that's just the Most High passing by his hind parts passing by Moses, then imagine what 40 days and 40 nights communing and conversing with an angel on the mountain do to him. Moses came down, and that glory of the Lord was now on Moses. That shine that Moses couldn't behold to look at, he up there for 40 days and 40 nights in the presence of the Lord. Now that glow is on him. Moses come down off that mountain, he a changed man. Now, it's something that's difficult for us to imagine, but imagine 40 days and 40 nights no food or no water. Moses escaped living in his flesh, and he fully was living in his spirit. You understand? Now, Moses is one of 3 men who did a fast like this. Anybody know the other 2? Other 2 men that's recorded in the Bible are fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. Sis. It was, I believe it was Elijah. Could be Elijah or Elijah. I believe it's Elijah. Elijah fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and our King Yahushua fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Does anybody know what Elijah, what amazing thing happened with Elijah in the scriptures? Anybody know? What was Elijah's fate? Come on with it. Yes, Elijah got taken up in the chariot, in the whirlwind. You understand? This is a brother who was close with the Most High. You understand? So close with the Most High that a time came when the Most High said, I'm taking you out of there, Elijah, man. You ain't gonna dwell among them no more. Took him up in the whirlwind is what the Bible describes. If you want to find that, that's 2 Kings 2:1. Everybody understands. So Elijah ascended into a whirlwind, and of course our King Yahushua, he raised the dead, he walked on water, he fed 5,000 with 2 fish and 3 loaves of bread. Everybody understands. So nothing that our King did was unprecedented, but you have to be on a certain level in your spirit where you can deny your flesh 40 days and 40 nights. Now that's not something that a brother or sister just wakes up one day and tries. Don't do that. You understand? You start off, you fast maybe one day. You know what I'm saying? It's something you got to build up to. But these are brothers who were extremely disciplined in the way they lived their lives, and that they were able to do a 40-day fast. Everybody understands. But when you deny your flesh, you draw closer in the spirit. You draw strength in your spirit. Well, these are brothers who denied their flesh completely, and they were all the way in tune with the Most High. Ezra in the book of Ezra, the priest in Ezra, and in 2nd Ezra, 1st and 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha. He fasted for 28 days. And there's all manner of wisdom that the Most High shared with Ezra in those 28 days that he fasted. Everybody understands. Fasting it has a lot to do with drawing closer to the Most High, with being more in tune with your spirit. When you deny your flesh, when you withdraw from the desires and the needs of your flesh, and you devote yourself wholly to your spirit, the Lord shows many things. The Lord deals with you on a level. Everybody understands. Come on, sis. No, this was 40 days straight. Moses, Yahushua, Elijah, 40 days straight. No food, no water. Understand this. During this fast, they weren't walking around. They wasn't going into slavery. They sitting in one spot. Damn near, you imagine somebody meditating or somebody just damn near dead. But I mean, okay, so there's people on the earth today where they train their body. They can slow their heart rate down. They can slow down their breathing, damn near to a crawl. That's the type of discipline these brothers had. This was not, they walking around and you just seeing him. It's 10 days and he ain't eating, he ain't drinking. Like, what's up, Moses? He's like, what's good? Now, it wasn't that. Moses on the mountain by his goddamn self. Don't nobody know what Moses doing where he at. Moses is somewhere secluded from everything to where he's completely not in his body. Same thing with our King. He went to the wilderness. Wasn't nobody there with him. Wasn't nobody watching him. Wasn't people walking around. He's somewhere secluded where he could be by himself so that he could withdraw from his flesh. Same thing with Elijah. Everybody understands. And the same thing with Ezra. Ezra, when he fasted, Ezra said he went by himself in a little room. You understand that Ezra, I believe, after every 7 days, he would come out of it and talk to people, but he would stay in there. He'd go right back to fasting. So this wasn't just, I'm not gonna eat, I ain't gonna drink. This was no, y'all ain't gonna see me for a while. Nigga pop up, Christ, and he finished fasting. Christ was hungry as hell. So much so that Satan was in his mind saying, well, now, before Christ fasted, he knew he was special, But after he fasted, Satan tempted him with turning stones into bread, which makes you say to yourself, well, what did the Lord show him in them 40 days and 40 nights that Satan could tempt him with turning stones into bread? Satan took him up. Satan said, listen, you know you're supposed to get all of the power on the earth. Just bow to me. I give it to you now. What was Christ shown in them 40 days and 40 nights? We know Moses was given the 10 Commandments and given all the law. We know Elijah was given the gift to, do amazing things. Well, what was Christ shown? He was shown his purpose. He was shown what his fate was going to be. He also was shown the necessity of performing the act that he performed in order for us to be able to be here today to try to come back to serve the Most High. Everybody understand? So that was 40 days and 40 nights was a supremely spiritual, physical undertaking for those brothers. And that's why in the history of our nation, only 3 men did it. If it was an easy thing to do, niggas would just, I want the power, right? I want to be able to heal the sick and raise the dead. If I could just fast for 40 days and 40 nights and get it, every nigga would be doing it. You'll die after 3 days if you don't eat and drink nothing. Don't do it. You understand? I say that, but there's brothers who have done it for 7 days. There's brothers who have done it for 10 days. You know what I'm saying? There's some brothers that's trying, they building themselves up. But it takes supreme discipline and strengthening of your spirit to truly overcome the needs of your flesh. That's a whole nother level that we should aspire to get to one day, but it's something that's a very, very serious undertaking. Everybody understand? Moses shown coming down off that mountain because Moses did something extremely spiritual and was in tune with the Most High. Everybody understands? Being in the presence of the angels that dealt with him, that spoke with him, that's why Moses came down shining, because he came down a man that was no longer the cat he went up on that mountain. He was something different when he came down. Everybody understands? Now, he still was a man, but he was shining, right? So let's get to the extremes. Matter of fact, let's go down. Let's go back to Exodus 34. Well, we're still in 34. I ain't even get to the shining part yet. Let's go to 29. Come on, y'all, you got it.
Chapter 34, verse 29. And it came to pass, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the 2 tables of testimony in Moses' hands, when he came down from the mountain, that Moses wished not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him.
Moses didn't say wished not, meaning Moses was not aware. Moses wished not, he didn't know. Moses didn't know that his face was shining while he talked with the Most High. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him.
Listen, Moses' face was shining so much so they was afraid. Like, man, who the hell is glowing cat from coming down off the mountain? They was afraid to come near Moses. Man, listen, man, that nigga glowing. Man, just think of it today. You seen the nigga glowing, you be like, yeah, man, I'm good on that. I cross the street. I ain't about to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell going on. And think about it in our times, when we think of somebody glowing, I think about science fiction movies. You came into contact with some type of radiation or some type of, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be near no glowing nigga, because then I might be glowing. I ain't trying to be glowing. Come on with it.
When you think of something and the light bulb come on, so it's like when Moses got the information, like
that's the way of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? He was so full of the wisdom of the Lord, he come down there glowing. Come on, sis. Mm-hmm.
But how did he feel that?
Moses didn't know it. He didn't think about it. This 6,000 years ago or 4,000 years ago. Niggas ain't got no mirror. He ain't had no, and he on a mountain in the middle of nowhere. It ain't like he get up and look in the mirror. Moses ain't know. Moses just came out of a fast. He just came out of dealing with the Lord. So he ain't know what was going on. They walking down the mountain. People see this nigga shining. Moses seeing the people. You think on his face and people making. Moses like, man, what's up with what's wrong? Niggas like Aaron and them like, listen, man, you glowing. Let's keep on reading.
Come on. Verse 31. And Moses called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned unto him, and Moses talked with them. And afterwards all the children of Israel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that the Lord had spoken with him in Mount Sinai. Until Moses had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. But when Moses went in before the Lord to speak with him, he took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and spake unto the children of Israel that which he was commanded.
Now Moses, to not scare the children of Israel, Moses put a veil over his face, or like a hood, right? So they coming off that mountain, everybody's scared of Moses. To stop them from being scared, Moses covered his face so that they couldn't see the shining anymore. But when Moses went to go talk to the Lord, he took it off. It's the same way today with, that goes to show you that man ain't supposed to cover his head when he dealing with the Most High, praying and prophesying. Everybody's saying it. But Moses was shining so much, and they were so afraid of the shine, Moses had to cover his head before he went. When he went before the people, uncovered his head when he went before the Most High. Everybody's saying it. Come on with it. Read verse 35.
Verse 35. And the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the shine of Moses' face shone. And Moses put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with them.
Everybody understand it? So Moses kept that veil on his face until he went in to speak with the Most High. Everybody understands that. For the brother Radal, let me know if that answers your question, all right? Let me know if that answers your question. A brother online, Dakaya, asks, can we use this for Moses' face precept? Let's get Ecclesiastes 8:1 right quick. Also, the brother Dakaya asks, can you help someone fight the demon of depression? Dakaya, the demon of depression is a very common demon that brothers and sisters battle when you're trying to come into the truth and serve the Lord. Hell, for brothers and sisters in the world, depression is a very common demon. And depression is a demon that's been around for a long time. It isn't something that's new. I know this time we living in a white man like to prescribe medicine for everything and tell you everything that's going wrong. Your daddy was depressed. Your mama was depressed. Your granddaddy was depressed. Your great-granddaddy was depressed. Your great-great-granddaddy. Depression is a demon that's been around for a long time. And depression really is the demon of what you don't have. It's the demon of doubt. It's the demon of self-pity. Everybody understands? When in reality, if you see your life for what the Most High is doing in it, then there's never a reason for you to doubt or a reason for you to pity yourself, because no moment in your life is any bigger than the larger picture. Everybody understands? But depression is a demon that really attacks those. It attacks you more when you allow yourself to measure your life versus what the world says your life is supposed to be. That makes sense? A lot of the people that battle depression in the world is because they are comparing their life to what somebody else has, or they're comparing their life to what they were told life is supposed to be. When really, if we viewed life as what the Most High said life was supposed to be, we would understand that there's times you're gonna be up, times you're gonna be down. There's times things gonna be going your way, and there's times that you're gonna be tested. In those times when you're tested, the point of you being brought low is so that you could draw closer to the Lord. If everything in your life was wonderful and happy all the time, when would you depend on the Lord? When would you pray on him? How would your faith come into action if everything always went your way? Sometimes you gotta suffer losses. Sometimes you have to have setbacks. Sometimes things can't go your way, so that you will turn to the Lord and pray, so that you will ask him to be with you, to lift you up, to help you get through this difficult time you're going through. That depression demon is necessary to draw us closer to the Lord. We went over the scriptures when we started this breakdown about delivering your soul. We went into the scriptures about how the Most High is close to those who are of a contrite and broken spirit. You understand? Yesterday we talked about how when you begin to want to serve the Lord, it comes from you being in a bad place in your life. You turn to find God in times when your life things aren't going your way. For the people who have a wonderful life and everything always goes their way, what is the point of turning to God? Everybody understands that, right? If you have a wonderful life, then what you need to be delivered from? Christ is the deliverer. What you need Christ to deliver you from is everything. You got everything. You have to suffer setbacks. You have to fall. You have to stumble in your life in order for you to say, you know what, man, I need the Lord. Things have to go wrong in your life in order for you to say, Father, help me. What you need is help for if everything goes your way. Everybody understand? Now, if we understood that was a part of life, but then what is depression? What is me feeling bad about not having this money or not being able to buy this thing or go to this place or where I am in life? What the hell is that? It's like, listen, I remember listen, I'm 34, right? This is all I got. It's the truth. And y'all, and this crib here in Memphis. Well, goddamn, if I was following the world's blueprint, well, I was supposed to graduate college at 23. I was supposed to be in middle management in my job by 27. I was supposed to have been married with two and a half kids in a 3-car garage, a house with a garage by the time I was 31. If I measure my life based on the world standards at 34, I'm a bum ass nigga. I ain't got shit. Really. If you measure your life that way, but hell, I'd be damned if I let depression tell me I'm a bum ass nigga. The hell you talking about? I serve the Lord, man. The Most High delivered me from that life of chasing money and chasing things to do what? Impress a bunch of niggas who trying to do the same thing? I'm out here competing with a bunch of people who broken on the inside, who spiritually are living in turmoil, and I'm supposed to feel bad because I can't stunt like they are? Damn that. The problem in our community is our priorities is all effed up. We running from the demon of depression, not realizing that we playing right into Satan's hand, because instead of us fighting against what's holding us back, we go out and pretend like everything is all right. You go out to a club, man. I've done it recently. Gone to the club and I just look around and people that's buying the bottles and women that's in there, that's in the VIP, and I can tell that all of them are absolutely miserable. They hate their life. I can look at these people and tell this one cries themselves to sleep. This one, he's definitely afraid in here. He's praying he don't get robbed tonight. Why are you here if you think you're gonna get robbed? Because nigga, I got the stunt. F that. I lived that life, and it was miserable. I was depressed doing it. I was going to the club every night, popping bottles and trying to take some woman home. And the nights I got a woman home, as soon as I release, the demon leave me, and this bitch don't even like me. She don't even know me. She here because I had money. If I had no money, I wouldn't have been able to sniff this bitch. Now she here. I hate this bitch. Now get out, man. You got to call a cab, bitch. I wouldn't give her right home. She was just friendly and nice, but you disgust me. She disgusts me because she came home and had sex with me why would you do that? Except for I'm this guy in the club with money when I'm really a piece of shit. I'm a nobody, nothing. And you get away from me. Now, who knows what my demon has now done to her? She came home with me and now I'm treating her like she's nothing. Now she feels like I'm a slut, I'm a hoe. I went home with this nigga in the club. He was nice in the club. He was popping bottles. He was friendly. I had sex with him and now he made me catch a cab home. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole cycle of just demons rubbing off on demons, and we all infecting one another. Satan is in the midst of everything. I got demons on me. My demons are jumping onto you, and we all just a rest haven for demons. When we could just understand what life is really about, which is serving the Lord, and we can put those demons away from us. So, shalom, Lord Christ. No sweat. It's a number 4. I'm gonna send a brother out right now to get you. All right. If you're at the right spot, it should be a gate out there. Did you park already? Okay, so you got inside the. All right, no sweat. Shalom, Lord Christ. Salaki on that, y'all. You understand? So the demon of depression is one that is very prevalent today because of the standards that we hold ourselves to based on this society. I'm not saying that coming into the truth helps you fight depression because your priorities change, but you still have to fight it. Depression will never leave you. Feeling down will never leave you. You'll never get to a point in your life where you don't have a bad day. That's just not the reality of life. Everybody understands. So if we understand that, then we have to know that we have to always prepare ourselves to fight. Those negative thoughts come to you, you got to fight. I'm telling y'all, I'm like I just said, all I got is this, is the truth and this, right? But there's days where I feel like, damn, I can't even go to the club. I ain't got no fresh clothes. I ain't got no business. But the hoes, ain't no hoes. But I gotta shake myself out of that. What you mean? Who cares? You got a wife, I could love you. It's gonna be with you forever. Who cares about no hoes? But you need to go to the club for ain't nothing there but hoes anyway. It's like, what you mad? What you saying about? What you upset about? Anything I ever struggle with, I know I can fix myself. Any problems I have, I can fix it myself. If there's anything I'm sad about, then there's something that I can do to combat it. And when you grow to a certain point in your life, you realize that everything that Satan brings your way, you have to fight it, and you don't just gear yourself up for those battles. Everybody understands. But don't ever think you'll get to a point where you don't have to fight depression or you don't have to battle with temptation. Those things are part of this life. Everybody understands. And remember, Exodus 3 and 15, the Most High is a man of war. Everybody understands? So he chose us to be warriors. We his children, he chose us to be warriors, and so he always provides that battle for us. Everybody understand? And just general sadness and just having a bad day and overcoming it, it's a part of life. Anxiety is another demon a lot of people struggle with. That is a normal demon. Again, anxiety been around since forever. Everybody understands? So these are normal things that men and women have fought with throughout many generations. Shalom, and we're no different in having to fight those things. Everybody understands? All right. Any other questions? I don't have any other questions online. Oh, let's get Ecclesiastes 8 and 1 for the brother. Doctor, y'all, let me know if that helped you out with fighting depression. All right. Let's go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 8 and 1. Young man, Javars, you got it. Young man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 1. Who is that the wise man? And who knows the interpretation of the thing? A man's wisdom makes his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed.
Okay, that's a little different, Doctor. Moses and this is more figurative. This is more metaphorical. Meaning a cat that's full of wisdom, his face, meaning it's a glory to see his face. You see the face of a man that's full of wisdom. It's like, man, he always brighten my day. He always make things better. And talking with this cat, he always help me get through my rough times. I be having a bad day. I talk to this wise man. He always brighten things up. That's what this is talking about. Everybody understands? Come on with it.
So like that, do we have some news with like the star or the, you know what I'm saying, like somebody's a star or like Francis the star, like do they have something to do with it?
Like you say, star,
like a ball of shine, or like, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's this particularly, this shining ain't talking about somebody literally shining. It's just talking about how they brighten things up. And just imagine in your life. I mean, I don't know how it is for y'all, but when I was sitting in classes and learning and brothers breaking things down, it was amazing to me. It was like, man, this cat is shining. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I ain't want to say how y'all look at me, but how I looked at me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, this thing, every time I get to sit in class and hear him speak, it's amazing. That's what this is talking about. Ecclesiastes 8 and 1 is talking about that. Everybody's the same. So it's not the same. Moses literally was shining. Moses' shine wasn't figurative. Moses, that nigga was glowing. Everybody understands that, right? All right, so we all for that. Everybody good. The brother Dr. Yah said was to help my rib with depression. Okay, now that's a little different, Dr. Yah. To help your rib with depression, you just have to, well, it goes back to what I was saying about changing your perspective. Find the things your rib is depressed about, and then you'll be able to more directly, address it or deal with it. But understand this. Depression is something that you cannot fight for someone else. Everybody understands? You love somebody who's depressed. They have to get themselves out of that depression. Now you can encourage them. You can speak positive words to them. You can educate them. You know what I'm saying? Give them wisdom from the Lord. Well, listen, baby, don't let that get you down. That ain't the end of the world. It's gonna be all right. It's just temporary. It'll pass. I know you're down right now, but listen, just last week we did this and that. Especially in a relationship, it can be, as a man, do not make your woman's depression your responsibility. Everybody understands? She would be depressed if you was there or not. Do not. And a lot of times a woman, and this is to be both ways in a relationship. You can weigh each other down with your depression. Meaning, woman, she depressed, she'll lash out at you. You this, you that, you the reason why I'm this way. Brother, ignore that, because you are not the reason why she's that way. You sometimes be mad. You sometimes can be depressed and not knowing you're depressed. Sometimes men, we get down, we lash out in anger. We don't know how to really process those emotions. So it's just your fault, you this and that. Don't be careful doing that, brother. Do not make your woman the source of your problems, because she's not. A lot of times that's just life. Don't blame her for it. You can destroy a woman's spirit by always blaming her for why you down. She can destroy your spirit for always blaming you. I'm telling you, 99% of the times you got to ignore that shit and recognize that that's the demon in her. I didn't do nothing. I ain't the reason why she's this and this and that. She's making that shit up. Do not let that get inside of you, because her demon of depression can jump onto you. And now instead of you being the leader and being in charge and leading her, you're now feeling guilty and feeling bad because you did this and you did that. And how can I make it up to her? Brother, get counsel. But I'm telling you that 99% of the things your woman blames you for, her feeling, it's not you. And it's hard to loving someone who's depressed can cause you to be depressed. And it's a very difficult situation to work yourself out of when you take on the responsibility for someone else's feelings. Everybody understand this? So be in a relationship, be careful with blaming one another for everything going wrong. Now, your woman may still blame you for everything. You got to get to a place where you recognize, I ain't do shit. I ain't do nothing wrong. I serve the Lord. So whatever she going through, I understand it, but it ain't my fault. Sometimes women, they don't know how to watch their mouth. They don't know how to not say certain things. And so you have to develop a tough skin to just let some things go in one ear and out the other. Everybody understands. But so you want to encourage your woman, help her see that these things that she views as impossible to be happy about or impossible to overcome, it's just temporary, baby. I know you're upset right now, but it's gonna be all right. See the bigger picture. We got a whole life, baby. You can't be, this thing that happened last week or this thing you're upset about right now. I know you upset. You got every right to be upset, but this ain't the end of the world. We're gonna be all right. And sometimes with women, you gotta just let them go through the emotions of things. Let them go through it. If you a brother who be with a woman long enough, you'll realize that she get depressed once a month because her goddamn period come on or some physical. She got things that happen in her body where she just unbalanced. She be happy one day and sad the next. It ain't always she bipolar. She could just be a woman. And you just got to be there to balance her out. You got to make sure that you're the one who's level-headed, who even keel, and who can see, okay, now she's unstable right now, so she's going to be flipping out over the next week or so. Let me just weather this storm. You get through that storm, and about 9 days later, she's back to old girl again. Hey, baby, what's up? Now everything wonderful? And you get the countdown, 3 weeks. She's going to be back to hell again. 3 weeks, she get back to being unstable again, and you'll learn to just ride out that. Everybody understands, but depression, I said, is something that everybody deals with. It's a very, very normal part of life. We just haven't really understood it because we haven't been taught the truth. Now that we're learning the truth, we can understand that all of these things the white man calls mental health issues, they're spiritual. They're demons, and there's a physical way to fight it. Now, if somebody depressed, white man said, give them medicine, right? The medicine only shuts, it only quiets down the demon, but it doesn't fix the person. Any of you ever loved anybody who had mental illnesses? That medicine, it help, but it don't really help though. It just damn near like out of sight, out of mind. Like, shut up, take this pill. And the pill will do what it do for a while, but it don't deal with the problem. If you really want somebody to heal from depression, teach them to love themselves more, to see life for what it really is, and to not be upset and sad about these things that in the larger scope really aren't that important. You could be upset about what you're upset about, but there's a cat with no legs and no arms. Man, you upset about some money, you can't, but there's a nigga who living on the trash can. God damn, can't you at least smell this breakfast that's cooking? Look about these waffles. We got waffles. What you know, niggas 30 years, niggas 100 years ago, they had waffles. Hey, baby, it's air conditioning in here. You feel how cool you in here sad, but you cool. You could be hot in a motherfucker and sad. We should be thankful. Damn, all the things to be thankful for, you focus on this one thing to be sad about. I mean, I understand, baby. I feel you, but I'm going outside and enjoy the sunshine. I'm letting the sun hit my face and thank the Lord for everything He created. And they'll work through it. You understand? But don't make it your responsibility for them to work through it. They're going to have to get to the point in their life where they get tired of being sick and tired. And they're going to want to make things better. The best thing you can do is focus on serving the Lord and becoming the man that the Lord called you to be, becoming the woman the Lord called you to be. And maybe that person who's depressed will see you loving life and say, well, damn, I want to be like that. Why can't I get up in the morning and feel good and want to go and appreciate life? And maybe they'll say, well, what you do that you always happy all the time? Well, I serve the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? I do what the Most High say to do. And maybe they'll decide that they want to do the same thing. Everybody understands. All right, that's it on that. Any other questions? And if not, we're gonna go ahead and get into the breakdown for this evening. So like I said, we are in the midst of the delivering your soul breakdown. Right? Tonight we're in part 2, fighting your flesh. And when it comes to fighting your flesh, yesterday we talked about how when you first, feel yourself, wanting more out of life, get to a place where, man, I'm not satisfied, and it's something that's missing. You don't know what it is. You begin to search, right? For most of us, that started with we wanted to find God, or wanted to find out how to fix our lives. For many of us, that led us to, going to church, right? Whatever that was for you, whether it was in the church or the mosque, or you just studying and reading, you went to find, what is life all about? But for many of us along that way, we get stuck following false leaders or following men who shouldn't be in positions of leadership. And I discussed yesterday how on the path of trying to wake up, you'll find yourself being led by the blind. You'll be in a blind leading the blind situation. And for many of our brothers and sisters that are still in the church today, that's in fake religions and that haven't found their way to the truth, they on their journey to find the truth, right? They just where they are right now. And it took me time to realize that everybody ain't gonna be where I'm at. Everybody ain't gonna be in a place where they see that this is the truth and this is where they're gonna learn the truth of the Bible. So at first it was, man, wrong with you, nigga. You can't see that this way. You got to come learn the Bible, and you got to get in the UPK. Now I understand that everybody haven't been on the journey that I was on when I arrived here. So they still got to make their mistakes. They still got to spend time learning what the church teaching before they get fed up with the church book BS. They got to take their time in the fake Israelite group before they realize these cats ain't righteous in here. They ain't teach me what I need to be taught. And they see that this is where the light is. Well, you encounter people at that place, you got to realize that they are where they are, right? They trying to get themselves right. And your spirit can't rest until you find the truth, right? When you break free from false leadership, you find righteous men to lead you. Those righteous men will get you to realizing that you are what's at the core of all your problems in life. You know what I'm saying? The problems that you have in your life isn't because the world is the way it is. It's because you allow yourself to be a part of the world. And what I learned when I came into the truth was that I was responsible for all of my problems, meaning I made decisions that ended me in the places where I ended up. I was the one that was feeling the way I was feeling because of the decisions that I made. And the truth made me realize that I have got to become a new man. I got to be born again. I can't continue being the man I always been because this man is weak. This man makes decisions that aren't wise. This man does things that he knows aren't right with the Most High. Everybody understands? And so the beginning steps of being born again is realizing that you have to fight what's inside of yourself. Everybody understands? And when you get to a place where you realize that the whole time in your life you thought that you was in charge, it actually was someone else that was responsible for you making the decisions that you were making. Everybody understands? So today is going to be about how you begin to fight inside of yourself. What it's like to look at yourself and realize, I'm an evil nigga, man. I'm a disgusting bastard. I need to change. And then actually facing yourself and fighting yourself. Everybody understand? All right, so let's go ahead and get Hold on. Let's get Romans chapter 6. Romans chapter 6. Let's see something. Let's get Romans chapter 6, verse let's see something. So, let's get Romans chapter 6, verse 16.
Romans chapter 6, verse 16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
Paul is explaining the two choices that you have in life. Everybody understands. And he's saying, know ye not, meaning don't you know that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey. Meaning what? Whoever you choose to obey, you're going to be their servant. Whoever you choose to obey, you're going to be their servant. Whether you choose to obey sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. Your two choices in life. You can choose to serve the Most High and be obedient unto righteousness, or you can choose to serve your flesh, which will mean you sin unto death. So you can sin until you die, or you can obey until you become righteous. Those are your two choices in life. Everybody understand. And if we can understand that that is life, and everybody loves to talk about free will, right? We hear all the time, God gave us free will. That is an evil Christian lie. There is no such thing as free will. Life is a giant box of two choices. Serve the Lord and live, disobey him and die. And every day you're faced with that decision. In many different forms, many different ways it presents itself. But the only choice you have in life is serve the Most High and live, disobey him and die. Everybody understands? Paul is saying, whoever you choose to obey, that's who you're going to serve. And before the truth, a lot of us weren't aware of the choice of obeying to righteousness. Why? Because the church taught us that the law was done away with. The church taught us that Jesus loves us if we accept him into our heart. That God knows our heart. So the church renders you unable to even choose. The church gears you towards sinning unto death because they don't even give you the choice of righteousness. Y'all understand that, right? Your whole life before you began to be unfulfilled, you just was sinning, not even knowing there was a choice. Everybody understands? That's why there's a scripture where the Lord say he winks at our ignorance. I'm going to get that after this. But where is Paul drawing this from? Where is he saying you only get two choices in life? Let's go back to where it was given to us in the law. Everybody understands? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 30.
Y'all, if I could, let me get Trooper in the car. Y'all will read it. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15. See, I set before thee this day, life and good and death and evil.
See, I have set before you this day, life and good is on the right-hand side, death and evil is on the left. That's what I set before you this day. All this law that Moses gave to the children of Israel, that is give me the word. That is the what of it. The word we discussed tonight. Of all of the law that the Lord gave to Moses, the blank is life and good, death and evil. What is the point of it all? What's the point of it? What's the word? The purpose of the law, the point of all of it is life and death, good and evil. All the law boils down to one of these two choices. Keep reading.
Verse 16. In that I command you this day to love the Lord thy God and walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou may live and multiply, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it.
That's what it means. I to choose to obey all the commands the Most High gave us, so that we may live and multiply, and the Most High will bless us in the land whether we go to possess it. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 17. But if thy heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them. Verse 18. I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whither thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it.
You're drawn away and serve these other gods, but the consequences is going to be that you're not going to prolong your days in the land, and you are going to perish, and you will not pass over Jordan to go possess this land. Everybody understands? This is the choice of life that all of us have. Choose the Lord and live, or disobey the Most High and die. And a lot of our people are choosing death every day. Some of them because they don't know any better, others because death is more fun. Death is, who we. Life is wonderful as well, but it's more work. Everybody understands. Keep reading.
Verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Everybody understand. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. Meaning this is testimony. Everybody understand? This is recorded. This ain't nothing that you can run from, escape from. Moses set before us life and blessing and death and cursing. Now the Lord wants us to choose life and live, man. Everybody understand? So when Paul in the New Testament is talking about who you yield your members to, who you yield yourself to obey, that's what you're going to obey. He's pulling that from Moses setting before us the choice of life and death. Everybody understand? Now let's go back to Romans chapter 6 and let's read verse 17.
Book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 17. But God be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which was delivered to you.
Now, Paul was saying, the Most High is saying that ye were the servants of sin. Who was he talking to? He's talking about brothers and sisters who used to sin. Brothers and sisters who used to be in the world who didn't know any better, right? But now they have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine what was delivered to you. What doctrine was delivered to them? The doctrine that you receive in the day. The doctrine of choose life and live, or you can continue to serve sin and die. Everybody is saying the truth that was given to them was that our King came and died being a perfect man, being a righteous man, being a man that did everything that the Lord requires. He died a sinner's death so that we could have an opportunity to wake up. There once was a time where the Lord didn't care what you was taught. He didn't give a damn. You sin and you die. He don't care where you was born, how you grew up. You ain't obeying him, he gonna punish you. But now we live in the time, and then not only that, but the Lord would send the men of God to come kill you. Well, the men of God today, they ain't killing nobody, are they? We ain't stoning nobody in the street. The men of God today are doing what? Calling brothers and sisters to repent. Showing them how to repent. Christ didn't just go out and say, come on, y'all, time to repent. Christ actually showed them the steps that it took to get to righteousness. And that's what the men who follow him today do. We ain't out there in hell. If we was in we could be stoning homosexuals right now. Wouldn't be no homosexual on your TV. He would be under a rock somewhere. But we ain't in those times no more. Now we pray for them homosexuals. We try and help them. You understand? We sisters that was whole, they brought a hold of Christ. We caught her in the act. We caught her getting her back blown out. And they wanted to kill her. This whole. We caught her getting it in. Christ said, man, listen. He who was without sin cast the first stone. Men of God now, guess what? We don't go and stone hoes. Try to, hey, sis, you can get your life together. Cover yourself up, man. Respect yourself. You understand? Now the men of God go and try and deliver brothers and sisters out of their darkness and into the light. Everybody understand? All right, keep reading.
Verse 18. Being then made free from sin, he became the servants of righteousness.
Being then made free from sin, ye became the servants of righteousness. How does someone be made free from sin? Okay, y'all. Yes. Now, how does repenting and following the laws make somebody free from sin?
Because you follow the laws, you can't sin if you follow the laws. There's no relationship.
Okay, you're right. So if you're not sinning and you're obeying the Most High, if you're righteous and you're obeying the Most High, you're not sinning, right? Why is that freedom? Give me okay. How does sin get you a prisoner then? If righteousness frees you from sin, how does sin imprison you? Just think about your life when you think about your life before you came to this truth. What? Try not to give it to you. If righteousness frees you from sin, how does sin make you?
Because when you're righteous, you're blessed, and when you're not righteous, you're cursed.
Okay. How does being cursed equal being in prison? The metaphor Paul is saying, being then made free from sin, he became the servants of righteousness. So the truth freed you from sin, right? Well, before the truth, how were you a prisoner to sin? If the truth frees you to be righteous, then what was your condition before? How did sin make you a prisoner? No sweat, sis.
So if you're in the world thinking like you went out and you depressed,
Mhm.
so I don't want to hear that.
Mhm.
I don't hear you don't call.
Mhm.
Oh, free from things, free from. I'm not saying, like you said, stuff don't happen, but you know, you gotta go out here and do it. Keep the law, not worrying about, it's fine or not.
It's the same. You're on. It's just I wanted to be clear to everybody. Okay, so both of y'all on it. I want to just make it clear. How does sin make you a prisoner?
Okay, well, a couple, knowing the law free you from sin, right?
Doesn't it?
Not knowing, but doing the law free you from sin. So not knowing and not doing the law makes you a prisoner of sin because that sin is like a punishment at the same time.
I'm thinking in terms of the punishment. Just take your mind away from the punishment and take your mind to what sin does to you. See, for time's sake. Sin traps you. Remember, a few verses earlier, he said, to whom you yield yourself a servant to, whom you will obey. Sinning is you don't sin because you want to sin. You sin because you are a prisoner to it. You sin because you can't not sin.
You ever tried not smoking weed when you was in the world? You would try to stop, and then you would have to get high. Any sin is an addiction. Put it that way. Sin is an addiction, like crack. Tell somebody to stop smoking crack. Nigga, I can't. Well, tell her hoe. Sis, you gotta stop being a hoe. How? She doesn't know how to nat. Let you come over and have sex with her at 3 in the morning. She don't know how to not answer that phone. That phone will ring, that text will come through. She does not know how to not answer the text. Think about somebody who's addicted to anything, an alcoholic. He don't know how to not go get a drink. Don't get a drink. And what do we do, nigga? Sit here and this is that was sin to you. Sin in all of our lives. It's that sin. You think that sin is just, yeah, man, people in the world think that sinning is what they want to do. They think they're getting high. I want to get high tonight. You have to get high tonight. Because if you don't, you're going to be depressed. Because if you don't, you're going to be miserable. You're going to think of how horrible your life is. People who get high, the second they're that high, the demon is in their mind like, you ain't shit, you ain't nothing. Look at your life. Look at how dirty this house is. Look at how messy it is. Look at the kids. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You ain't got no money. And it's voices in their head telling them how miserable and shitty their life is until they smoke and the voices calm down. Why do the voices go away once you sin? You someone who loves, nasty sex. You gotta have nasty sex. I gotta get it. Then once you get it, as soon as you get it, the voice goes away. And now you're just left there with just you. And your sadness and your depression. Why do the demons leave once you do this fight, once you sin? Why does all the voices go away?
Because
their job is done. That's it. Let that sink in. The voices go away because the job is done. The whole point was to get you to smoke that blunt. The whole point was to get that semen out of you into that hole, and now it's just you there. And now you gotta face the reality of your life. I ain't shit. This weed controls me. These hoes control me. Them Christians, when they go vote, they can't not vote. They don't vote. Donald Trump will be the president. I got to vote. They go vote. They voting, man. Did my job. Good American, goddammit. But I'm bringing it to something stupid like voting. Christmas. Hey, tell them Christmas don't celebrate Christmas. The kids got to get the gifts. You tell them don't celebrate Christmas. They will kill themselves for Christmas. And guess what? As soon as they buy them gifts, and Christmas morning comes, them kids get them gifts and they get to play that old Christmas tree song and the Jesus music. Oh, Christmas. The voices go away. You understand? The demon's job is to get you to sin because the demon's job is to kill you. And you sinning is drawing you closer to death, and they're going to bother you until you sin. You don't sin because you want to, you sin because you are a servant to sin. It's the same thing with obeying the Most High. Now, some of you may have experienced this, you may have not. When you come into the truth and you recognize that the choice that you're making in life is to choose to serve the Most High and live, or to obey sin and die, when you go to try to sin, there's something in you like, nigga, you about to do what? You better not do that shit, man. You crazy, nigga. The Lord see what you doing. Don't you see what you want? You about to fight? Don't you do that? Now that voice that's bugging you, it's you saying, nigga, you better not. And there's another voice saying, you can get away with it just a little bit. The Lord will forgive you. You ain't clean all the way yet. Nigga, you better fight that little bitch ass voice that's telling you to sin. Because that one that's loud, that's saying, nigga, you crazy? You out of your mind? We're going to die tonight. The Lord going to come. Christ is on his way. Don't you see the earthquakes and the famines in diverse places? Nigga, Christ coming tonight. And you can't even put that book down. Y'all trying to get right. You may have sinned and you knew it was wrong. That's a very uncomfortable way to live your life. It's worse after having known the truth. To go and try to sin in life, what's the point of even trying to do it? Right. You ain't gonna have no fun. See? I'm trying to buy you all right now, brother. You're gonna be disappointed. You have to have a heart-to-heart with yourself afterwards, like, it ain't even work. What happened? Damn, you can't even do it. It's like, well, she was right there, though. Nigga, that ain't the point. It's the spirit that's. Go get you some funky hoe. You're gonna be nasty, man. Disgusting. She be right there. You never noticed no booty hair before, but now you in the truth. You hoe ass stinks. I don't like hoe ass. In the world, it smelled like Victoria's Secret body splash, but now it's oh, and it becomes that way when you. As you grow in the spirit, you start to tell your flesh, like, nigga, you tripping? Right. That bitch ain't good. Nah, that ain't it, cuz. When in the world, it was like, any vagina that came your way, you just took it because, hey, she was dead, why not? But in the truth, it's like, funky vagina, it's beneath me. That's where you want to be. You want to be at a place where sin disgusts you. Sin is an insult. Sin is like, what you think, I'm a bitch, Satan? Think I'm gonna go back to that? No, nigga, I graduated to past that. You got to come harder. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the fight. Where in the world you were a servant to sin, but now that you are free from sin, you're a servant to righteousness. You're a servant to obedience unto righteousness, and now obeying is the thing that feels good. Obeying is the thing that you're urged to do, and sin is just that nagging thing in the background. That's that little small thing that you like, nah, man, F it, man, I ain't going there. But if you don't fight it, that small nagging will turn into a big, you'll be right back in that place where you powerless to sin. Everybody understand? And I wanted to just point on that verse, I wanted to make sure we understood that the truth frees you from sin because you were a prisoner to it. And if you allow yourself again, you will be a prisoner to sin. You will not be able to fight it. The only way to fight yourself free from sin is with the truth. It's in here. It starts in your mind. It starts with your thoughts. Everybody understand? Let's keep reading. And this Paul's gonna go into it more now as we read here.
Romans chapter 6, verse 19. I speak after the manner of men because of the infirmity of your flesh.
He said, I speak after the manner of men because of the infirmity in your flesh. What is an infirmity? An infirmity is like a pain. You understand? Your flesh is there's an infirmity in your flesh, meaning there's a pain in your flesh, and that pain is temptation. That pain is the desire to sin, the want to do things that are evil. Everybody understand? Read on.
For as ye have yielded your members servants to uncleanness and to iniquity unto iniquity, even so now yield your members servants to righteousness until holiness.
In the past, you used your members, your body parts, uncleanness and in iniquity. Well, now yield your members to righteousness unto holiness. Change what you do with your body. Don't let your body no longer partake in the things of unrighteousness or iniquity. Let your members partake in the things. You understand? His body used to, pick up pork and shrimp. Well, now let the body pick up lamb, man, and pick up, chicken. I put the good things in my body. You know what I'm saying? My hand used to lay on nasty, disgusting women. Now my hand lay on holy, righteous daughters of Zion. That's you have to change your perspective. It's the changing of the renewing of your mind. Like we read Romans 2:12 and Romans 12:2 yesterday. Everybody's saying you have to change your whole perception of life. The things that were good that you liked, you're gonna become a new man. But those things you used to like, you don't even look at them no more. Things that used to feel good to you, you won't even. Yeah, I'm good on that. Smoke now, I have to, the thought of smoke in my teeth and my breath. I don't want to get high for what? It's disgusting now. But at the time when you were in that life, it was just, hey man, you didn't even think about it. Well, that's the changing of your mind. Everybody understands. Let's keep reading.
For when you were the servants of sin, you were free from righteousness.
You were free from righteousness. Wasn't no burden to obey the Lord. Wasn't no burden to do what was right. Nigga, I'm chilling, man. Having fun. I'm getting rich or dying trying, or whatever goofy philosophy you had. Try to think when I was coming up. What did we think? We live fast, die young. Then 50 Cent came out and was get rich or die trying. Then Drake came out with YOLO. And that was, you know what I'm saying? All these different goofy ass excuses to sin. Coming to the truth, and now your mottos in life is warfare. One west to the death, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same as what was in it's culture. Your culture in the world was a culture of sin, a culture of disobedience. But a culture you have in the truth, it's a culture of righteousness, a culture of overcoming your flesh. Everybody the same. Keep reading.
What fruit had ye then in those things whereof ye are now ashamed? For the end of those things is death.
Had ye in those things whereof ye are now ashamed. For life and sin. You ashamed of that life, man. I'm ashamed of all the things I do. I look back like, God damn.
I think the Lord in the early 80s, they saved me from a lot of horrible head. You understand? And wherever you are, there's a lot of work to do that. Lord saved you from who knows where you was headed. When you was good back one thing, and you like, I can't believe I did that. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 22. But now being made free from sin and become servants to God, ye have your fruit until holiness and the end everlasting life.
That is fruit. Holiness and everlasting life. This is going
to be the kingdom of heaven. The end result of where you was headed. What do we all say? Where was we all headed before we came to the truth? Where was we going to end up? Dead or in jail. Dead or in jail. That's all of us, right? But now where we going there? Where we headed? We headed to the kingdom, man. Waiting for your house shot to come. Everybody understands. Keep reading. Read the last verse.
Verse 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life through
Yahweh Shemashia.
Yahweh.
You understand? The wages of sin is death. The gift of the Most High is eternal life through Yahweh Shemashia. Now let's go into getting right into the crux of this battle that we find ourselves fighting. The 8. I don't know. Yeah, Romans 8 and all right, now let's go straight. Let's go to Romans chapter 7. Romans chapter 7. Let's go to 14.
Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is scripture. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold from the sin.
Paul said, we know that the law is spiritual.
Oh, spiritual.
The above the natural.
Yes, the law is above what's natural. The law is to help you go against your nature. Everybody understand? What's in a man's nature? You hungry, nigga, you eat. The law says no, you don't just eat. You only eat this. Everybody understand? Naturally, you man, hell, you feel like having sex, you just go have sex. It don't matter. Hole is a hole. So like I done heard some evil things in my life. Niggas say a hole is a hole. That's what they say in the world. All right, let me tell you this story. I know I be sidebarring too much, but I was an electrician, right? And we in we in a class, electrician's class, and this cat is teaching the class, and he's telling us about, one day you get your license, man, you'll be able to travel across the country, be an electrician, right? You can go take a travel assignment, and you might even have your buddy, you and your buddy, y'all go out on the road together, man, and y'all traveling, taking jobs in other states, and you making money, and them 2 days on the road be long, man. You probably got to work side by side, and going and working hard every day and sweating, and you come home and get clean, and sometimes maybe one thing leads to another, home and dog. And it took a quick turn. It took a quick turn from you working on the road and you traveling, you and the buddy. Y'all looking the way we looked in class that day. Listen, we was electricians. We grown ass men in a goddamn electrical class, and the teacher is talking about how one day you could take your electrical talents on the road and you could work in other states and travel in different cities. And the nigga was saying you can have you and a partner. Some of y'all in here today, y'all might be partners and y'all work together. Y'all decide that y'all want to go travel on the road together. He said y'all working together every day. You're working hard and you're going, you're hanging out, drinking and stuff. And hey man, you be on that road for a long time. You get to missing your woman and you get to missing your family and your girl. And hey man, sometimes hey, one thing leads to another. And a mouth is a mouth in the dark. That's what he said. He said a mouth is a. No, he didn't say a mouth is a mouth or a hole is a hole. Like one of the two. The nigga said a mouth is a mouth in the dark, and we said what? And where I grew up, we was real. We had a culture of like we call niggas out on shit. We like a real disrespectful, like disrespect to authority, like any school or anything. We just loud outbursts and shit. He said that shit. And like 3 of us was like, what the fuck? What you talking about? And everybody started laughing and shit. We was like, bruh, hey, cut that shit. What you just saying? He was like, no, y'all funny. We was like, nah, nigga, you let that shit sick just now. Like, what is a what in the what? That shit was mind-boggling. Like, he said that nigga said that shit. Yeah, that shit was disgusting. We all knew that. We wasn't sure if this cat was gay. You know what I'm saying? He had little fat. He was a cat that kept it like he had pimp nails, like long fingernails and shit. He worked in the union office, and he was one of the teachers and instructors. And we all kind of was like, this nigga gay, but we never really knew it. But when he said that shit, he let that shit slip. We was like, man, that nigga is a bird. That nigga said a mouth is a mouth in the dark. We was like, what? Salakia, that's the carnal. That's being I don't know how the hell we can get it. That is that's being carnal. So everybody understand. Like the law means okay, the law is spiritual. The law is no nigga. A mouth ain't a mouth in the dark. A hole is not a hole, nigga. A man. That's the law. The law ain't your business. You put your business where you can. That's what's natural. Natural is those are the things in the world that you believe in the world. Yeah. I apologize for you bringing it up. The law is spiritual. The law is above what's natural. Everybody understands. Salakia. Read on. Now read end of verse 14.
The But I am carnal, soul of sin.
He said, but I am carnal, soul of sin. So the law is spiritual, but we're in these fleshly bodies, right? And these fleshly bodies are sold unto sin. These fleshly bodies are tied to sin. Meaning what? Your body wants to sin. Your body is a prisoner to what it wants. You are spiritual. So the point of being born again and waking up is realizing I'm not this body. I'm greater than this body. I was put in this body to use it the way the Lord saw fit. The body wants to do what it wants to do. You have to choose to serve the Lord. But your body gonna fight you on it because your body wants to do what it wants to do, but you have to be spiritual. Everybody understand? Let's read on. So this is going to begin. This is the struggle. This is the fight between you and your flesh. This is what takes place. Read on.
15. That which I do, for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I.
All right. Young man, right? Let me read Romans 15. For that which I do, I allow that.
What? There's things that Paul do not allow. He's in this seat that I'm in. And there's things he won't allow brothers he's teaching to do. But those are the things he does. You understand? For that which I do, I allow that. And I do things that I wouldn't allow other people to do. This is Paul saying this is his life, but he's saying this is the struggle. This is the fight. Everybody understands? The law is spiritual, but I am carnal, soul under sin. I've studied the law. I know what's right and what's wrong, right? For that which I do, I allow that. There's things that I wouldn't allow because I know what the law says. That's what my body's doing. Read on. Looks like, for that I would, that do I not. The things that I would allow, that I do not. I don't do the things that I would allow. I don't do the things that are lawful. You understand? But what I hate, that do I. The things that I hate, that's what I do. That's a person in the world. Somebody who's a prisoner to sin. The things that they do are things they were not allowed to do. Your parents growing up told you shouldn't smoke. Don't you smoke? Smoking is bad. What were they doing? Smoking. You know what I'm saying? How many women told their daughters, don't be no hoe, don't you be out here being fast. Don't be around them boys. What was she doing? Fast with all the goddamn men everywhere. You understand? That people in the world, they things that they would not allow. Those are the things that they do. Things that they want to do, they do them not. And the things that they hate, those are the things that they're doing. That's your life when you sold under sin. Everybody understands, right? I'll read for time's sake. Romans 7:16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. And if I do the things that I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. How do you consent to the law? What does the law say about sin, about disobeying the Lord? You should be punished. But if I'm doing things that I shouldn't do, I consent to the law that is good. What does that mean? I do evil knowing what? Knowing that I'll be punished. And that's our lives in the world. Huh? How many times now, this is just speaking on you do something wrong. And something wrong happens, you do charged to the game.
Yeah.
And they're charged to the game. That's a term that they use in the street use. And you're a dead bird. Shit, dirt come back around, man. Hey, charge that to the game, nigga. I mean, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't kill niggas and rob niggas, somebody robbed you. You gotta charge that to the game. You selling dope, you know what I'm saying? Police run up on you, you got to give some of the dope to the cops. Charge that to the game. Well, that's what it's like when you sin. I mean, had sex with women. Had sex with two women. Hey, shit. Charge it to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's how I did. And when we was in the world, that's how we lived in life. Like, hey, go around, come around. Well, goddamn, why are you even in that game? Why are you in a game where things that go around come around? Why don't you just live good and have good things come around? Sold under sin, man. Prisoners to this. And our people in the world, they prisoners. They don't. How can they escape? Tell a cat that's in the streets, man, change your life, brother. Get out the streets. And go where? Nigga, where am I going, huh? What you talking about, man? Ain't no leaving this. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. Well, it take this. This is what it is. You go ahead and show them this. And that just here. Read this book, but let me instruct you. Let me take you through it. Let me show you how it works. You understand? And all of us are here because our spirit couldn't rest in that world no more. We couldn't be satisfied and settled living that life anymore. Again, it was beneath us. We ain't know how, we ain't know why, we ain't know what was around the corner, but we knew something got to be better than this. But here we are. The Lord, and then that goes, it humbles you in understanding that the Lord did this, man. You didn't wake up one day and say, yeah, man, I'm going to be a man of God. That ain't your life. God drew you into this. You could have been anywhere, living any kind of way. But he said, no, that's not going to be your life. This is going to be your life. Them brothers and sisters in the world, their battle is what they dealing with in the world. For us, our battle is getting clean, man. Fixing ourselves, becoming righteous. And we're going to battle with it. Try to turn away from the Lord. Brother, you ain't seen depression. You ain't felt pain now. You thought you was an addict. You ain't been an addict now. You try to run from the Lord, and your situation is going to get 1,000,000 times worse than what you ever imagined it would be. Everybody's saying. Which just goes to show you when the Lord call you, man, ain't no choice you got but dance. Everybody's saying. Come on with it, sis.
So what about the people who leave and not come back at all? Are they running from or they was never meant to be here?
Okay, that's between them and the Lord. Whether they was meant to be here or they running from it, right? I'll tell you this for certain. No one's life is better after leaving here. That's just it. And then when I say no one's life, meaning I ain't saying you can't leave here and go get money. You for sure could. The time you spend in the truth, you could be getting money. The time you spend in the truth, you could be, doing something more advantageous to your life. But on the inside, you're gonna always wish and wonder what could have been. I know brothers who left the truth and they successful, man. Beautiful, they got money, beautiful marriage and everything. But I know for a fact he see us and be like, dang, wish I was. Listen, I was in the school. When I came into school, it was small, man. School in Philly was a little bit bigger than this room here. And that was the school. We would have councils and the school would be us, 20 brothers. I know them cats that ain't here now look and see 1,000,000 niggas online and be like, dang, they still doing it? It's been 10 years. It's been 10 years. There's some cats that I ain't seen in about 9 years. I know for a fact. When you look on the internet, be like, damn, all the shit them niggas said they were gonna do, they did it. He got his reward. Hey man, he got a successful business mind. See, he got his woman and his kids and everything. But some brothers got they 3 women and they 5 kids now. And it's like, hey brother, you chose. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact, nigga, you still buying hoes. I know you are. You left for the good life and you married with the wedding ring. I know you still got hoes. I know you. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You got hoes, nigga. We got wives. Got no hoes up. We ain't sneaking around and doing, you know what I'm saying? We ain't, praying we don't get caught. Hey, we get caught, hey, man, listen, baby, you get for looking. He can't say that. He sorry, but he did. Listen, I can just imagine what the nigga life is like, because I know this, I know you, brother. You ain't, I know you, huh? And you was most free when you was in here. So that means you had to go and imprison that part of yourself to get to whatever the world got to offer. No, I'm good on that. I could listen. Any of us that teach these classes, we could go in the church and make a killing. You know what I could do with a suit and a shaved face on a pulpit, brother? I'm gonna turn that church out. Pastor Kevin Todd. Now what? Get the dignified with these breakdowns and God said I turn that church out. But then I'd be the goofy church guy. I'd rather be this guy. I'd rather be soccer war, Catholic soccer war. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's, you know what I'm saying? I could choose to go into the world and get the reward that's there, but it would never be as great as this. I would rather be here with y'all than anywhere. With a million people in the congregation, what does it matter? Because at the end of the day, it's me in the room and the Lord. And I got to deal with him. And that's what's important. That's what this class tonight is about. That. All of these other things in life, they're gonna come out. It's gonna be wonderful and it's gonna be some bad times. But at the end of the day, it's you and the Lord. And what do you say to him? What does he say to you? How do you feel? Are you living in the light? Oh, you fraud, man. Are you living in, it's darkness and there's skeletons and you're scared? Listen, I know I was scared in the world of my demons being exposed. I was scared of things I was doing, people finding out. I don't care if y'all know anything I do now because hell, I'm me. Y'all know what it is. I ain't doing nothing evil. Might be like, yeah, man, how about it? He's out of pocket sometimes, but hey, yeah, I'm me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't trade this. But hey, if somebody do, that's between them and the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can't speak on it and say, that nigga was never supposed to be in here. Who am I? I can't. Come on, man. The Lord led that man in here. But he served a purpose. Some people come in here and they here for a while and they leave. And they be a lesson for all of us. Remember that cat that left? Look at him now. Some brothers got to be a lesson for another brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? I pray that I be a lesson of what happened when you stay with the Lord. I don't want to be the lesson of what happened when you leave, but there's some people that's the lesson of what happened when you leave. But I've never seen somebody come in here, grow, and then leave, and their life be better. It just doesn't happen. I know on the inside, this being in the world is tearing them up. But some people's demons is pride. I was a very proud cat in the world, man. I came in here, they made sure they squashed that out of me, man. DC with Captain Shock and General Katham and them, they squashed all the pride out of me. I came in there the same way I am now. All these scriptures and break. I thought I knew something when I came in there. Like, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Shut up. I don't want to come. You know what I'm saying? And it was good for me. It was good because I didn't know nothing. I thought I knew something, but you don't know nothing. But I studied. And I said, you know what? I don't know nothing, but I'm going to. That was my desire. The Lord gave me that desire to want to know something. I studied, man. I study now. And anything the Lord uses me to do, I give him the credit, you know what I'm saying? But he gave me the gift to want to study and want to be able to understand him because I wanted help. I needed help when I came in here badly, and I wasn't shy about it, man. Listen, I need God to make me a man. I want to know how to live a good life. I want to be a good brother, man. And this is the place where you're going to be able to do it. But whatever your demons are, it's going to get out of you because you can't live with them in here. Because all of us fighting, we all fighting together. We all trying to get it right. God forbid a nigga be in here and he ain't trying to get it right. You can't be in here with us, nigga. You comfortable living all wicked and shit. You can't do that in here. That around me, nigga, because I was never comfortable in here. I wasn't comfortable sinning. I had to fight to get right. You're going to fight too, or you can get out. You want to be happy in your sin, go back to the church. But you ain't going to be in here around these righteous brothers and sisters who fighting every day and you just sitting there and being evil when you ain't around us. Damn that. Everybody understands that, right? Salaki. So let me keep reading, all right? Romans 7. Where we at now? We at verse 17. So Salaki, verse 16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. When the evil comes or when the punishment comes and we take it, we accept it because we know we was wrong, right? Verse 17. Now, then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. Everybody understands. It's not when you was in the world, it was you was sinning, but it wasn't you that was doing it. It was sin that was inside of you. That voice telling you to do these things. That's what was controlling you because you were a prisoner. You were not in control of your vehicle. You wasn't in the driver's seat. You was a passenger the whole time. You were riding shotgun in your body, doing things and not even knowing why you're doing it. Living a life and not even being able to stop yourself from living it. You just experiencing life because something else inside of you was in control. Everybody understand? Verse 18. For I know that in me, this is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not. And a lot of us, man, we good niggas, man. I know a lot of niggas that was good niggas in the world, but you can't be a good nigga in the streets, man. You in the streets, you got to be a killer, you got to be cutthroat. You can't be no good nigga because good niggas get taken advantage of. Nigga wanted to be good, but he had to be a gangster. I knew niggas like that. I'm thankful the Lord allowed me to just be a good nigga that was a good nigga, man. And them niggas that was gangsters, they looked out for me because I was that good nigga that wasn't shy about being a good nigga. But that's rare. Rare. Good niggas got to be savage out there. Want to be good and don't know how to do it. Verse 19, for the good that I would, I do not. But the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. There's a law inside of you. When you would do good, evil is right there saying, nah, man, let's do this. Go the other way. Yeah, I know I shouldn't do, but come on, man, just this one time. Ain't nobody gonna know. Ain't gonna find out. That's sin in you. That's Satan. That's a demon. It's in your mind. Say, come on, man, one more time. You ever try to quit something? One more time, always F you up. Listen, I'll tell y'all, I've been fighting losing weight for about 20 years. And I've been like, I'm no more, Twinkies, donuts. Okay, man. That Snickers, man. One time for the one time. And that Snickers turned into a whole, breaking of my diet, 10 more pounds, and I'm back in the mirror like, man, let me start over. Right now, I'm in the midst of it. Right now, it's going good. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle of my diet. I'm eating my salads, cooking my little food. I'll be eating them salads, be good. I'm taking pictures. But I know about a week from now, Satan will be like, come on, man, Sonic right there. Go get you a fish sandwich, man. just down it with some Coca-Cola. Come on, I got to fight it. You know what I'm saying? now, that's small to some people. But to a nigga trying to lose weight, burgers is amazing. Don't you tell me ain't no burgers amazing. I will fight you over how amazing a burger is. I guess that's what, and we got to take this fight of righteousness versus wicked and apply it to every part of our lives. Because not everything you do is wicked. Some things just ain't good for you. But how do you overcome the things that ain't good for you if you ain't overcome the things that'll kill you? Sin is killing us. We got to fight to overcome sin. Right? But that ain't the end of the battle. Just because you ain't sinning don't mean you living the best life. The point is to become perfect. But it starts with overcoming sin. Everybody understands, right? Keep reading. Romans 8, verse 21. Verse 22. For I delight in the law of God after the inward man. Meaning deep down inside, I delight after God's law. God's law is beautiful. I want to keep the laws. I want to obey God. But I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. And this is a war. The Bible says, man, it's a war going on inside of you. In your mind, in your spirit, you want to obey the Lord. Oh, man, the Lord is such an easy, beautiful thing to do, right? But in your body, it's, fuck that. Do it. So what? Be all right, man. You're going to be straight. God forgave, and all that Christian shit you ever heard in your life was in the back of your mind, itching. Righteous man falls 7 times. Get up 8. Fight that. Fight that. Because you done fail 1,000 times. It ain't like you done fail 7, nigga. And this is your 8th get up. You done fail 1,000,000 times. Well, goddamn, the mercy is amazing, but don't test the Lord, man. Don't tempt him. Don't let Satan tempt you. Say, I'm not doing that no more, man. I'm not going there. I'm not falling that way again. Everybody understands. But there is a law in your members that is warring against the law of your mind, bringing me into captivity to the law of sin which is in my members. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? And that is where you find yourself when you're struggling with sin. Hate yourself, man. Wretched man. Why I gotta do this? Why I gotta go through this? The Lord chose this for us. This is the nature of the battle. This is the nature of the war. You understand? And you're gonna have to overcome your flesh in order to deliver your soul. Everybody understands? Reading verse 25. I thank the Most High through Yahushua Mashiach Adawan. So when with the mind I myself serve the law of God, but with the flesh the law of sin. And so what Paul is saying is you're gonna have to realize that that war is always going to be taking place. Your mind, you're gonna serve the Lord, but your body always gonna want to serve sin. And you're going to have to fight with your body to control it in order to serve the Lord. Everybody understands? This is the nature of facing yourself and fighting the battle. Everybody understands? Tomorrow, we're going to go into all the scriptures of how you empower yourself over sin. Everybody understands? This was just understanding the nature of it, understanding what's going on inside of you. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you all the scriptures about the fruits of the Spirit and the fruits of righteousness and all of the, the warning scriptures of the evil that comes with sinning and disobeying, to give us something that empowers us in the times when Satan is strong fighting you. You can go to those scriptures to draw strength. Everybody understands. And it's important to know that this is what we all have battled with and have struggled through. It's a part of life. It's why the Lord created us. Everybody understands. He put us on this earth because he knows that he made us warriors and conquerors. So the things that you fight, you come up against in your life, they are things that should not overcome you. They are things that should not overtake you. Everybody understands. Nothing that you face should defeat you. You should be invisible because that's the spirit the Lord gave you. You got the power to overcome whatever adversity comes your way. Whether or not you overcome it, that's on you. The Lord don't test us with nothing that we can't overcome. So it's really a matter of how badly do we want it? How serious are we about the kingdom of heaven? How serious are we about ruling? How much do we hate seeing, drug addicts on the streets? How much do we hate our brothers dying out there on them corners? How much do we hate our sisters selling their bodies? How much do we hate that there's an entire empire that is rich off of us sinning against the Lord? If we hate this place with a perfect hatred, then we'll do whatever the Lord said to do to get free. If you're not willing to put down the weed, put down the cigarettes, and overcome your flesh, you ain't fit for rulership. You're not fit for a kingdom. Why should we deserve a kingdom? We can't even overcome the body the Lord gave us. You want to rule the world, nigga? You can't even control your body. You want to be responsible for when other people get to eat when you can't even be responsible for when you eat and what you eat. You want to be able to tell somebody else what they can put in their body, but you ain't subdued yourself, you don't deserve no rulership. That's why our king is so amazing, because he overcame. And because he struggled in this flesh and overcame, he know what you're going through. He know what you're struggling against. You can't say that don't nobody know what you're going through. You can't curse the Most High and say, you don't know. Nah, Christ did it. And he struggled with the same things you struggle with. You think he ain't want no women? Yeah, he drank like me and you drink. You think he had control. You understand? There ain't no excuses, man. The man who we follow, the example that he set, is one that we are more than capable of following. Whether or not we follow it and we get to that place, it's up to us. The Lord then gave us all the tools. He gave us the structure of this school. He then gave us all of the righteous leadership that we need. Now it's all on us, man. We just got to want it bad enough. We got to want to conquer what's inside of us enough in order to be able to get the rewards that the Lord promised us. Everybody understand? With that, with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, out of 124th Street in Harlem, New York. We got rules for new brothers and sisters. New brothers and sisters coming to the school. They off limits for 6 months. They're here to share themselves with the world. Tithes, which is the commandment, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the school. You understand? We got the Passover coming up in April.
For everybody that's here in Memphis, if you going to the Passover, let me know if you got your travel arrangements in order. Also, when you pay for your Passover fee, let me know because we got I got a list that I need to fill out. So come time to pay your Passover fee, let me know. If you need help with anything monetarily or travel arrangements, y'all let me know. With that, brother want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boot shirt, pants.